a small island strategically located in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea and endowed with safe natural harbours. Malta has been fought over for nearly 3,000 years. Phoenicians, Romans, Arabs and Turks all took turns to rule. When the European Christian Knights of St. John settled on the island in 1530, they established themselves in the only fortified port at ancient Burgu. In 1565, the Turkish fleet laid siege to the island. In 4 months of battle, 7,500 defenders and an estimated 30,000 Turks had died, and the fortifications lay in ruins. Napoleon was the next invader of the island, but after his naval defeat by Nelson, a treaty was signed to restore the island to the Order of St. John. But pro-British demonstrations took place and Malta passed into British rule. The Second World War became Malta's second great siege. Italy and Germany realised the importance of the Allies' naval base. The island was first bombed in June 1940. Its only means of defence were 3 Gloucester Gladiator aircraft called Faith, Hope and Charity, and minimal anti-aircraft artillery. The Maltese dug underground shelters in all villages and towns, which greatly contributed to the relatively low civilian casualty figures, but German bombing raids were intensified. The island was steadily being reduced to heaps of rubble. Fuel and ammunition were low, and the population was starving. A convoy of 50 various ships set out from Gibraltar with urgently needed supplies. They faced intense attacks, and by the time they limped into Grand Harbour, 9 merchant ships, 2 cruisers, 1 destroyer, and the aircraft carrier HMS Eagle had been sunk. It had been a high price, but the arrival of supplies proved to be the turning point in the war. Soon, Malta became the base for the Allied invasion of Sicily. The Second Great Siege of Malta, like the previous one 4 centuries before, won the respect and admiration of the world. King George VI awarded the George Cross, the highest distinction, to the whole population of Malta to honour their courage. Valletta today appears much as it would have centuries ago. Built high on the peninsula, its position commands wonderful views around Grand Harbour. Rebuilt to its medieval character, the new buildings blend with the old and are virtually indistinguishable. church of Mosta was built between 1833 and 1860. It was entirely funded by the villagers, who also did much of the building themselves. The dome, which is totally unsupported and 123 feet in diameter, is one of the largest in Europe. Held in the church is a bomb which fell through the roof in 1942 during a crowded mass. It miraculously slid across the floor and did not explode. Another piece of World War II history that has put Mosta Church on the tourist trail. Medina, known as the Silent City because of the air of mystery in its narrow, quiet streets, is an echo of the past. This fortified city is built on a hill and is visible from all around the valley. It is Malta's oldest city and was the capital before the arrival of the Knights. Many of the buildings date back to the 15th century. A city of palaces, many now housing museums, a nunnery, churches, and the cathedral is the seat of the Bishop of Malta. Aarschloch on the southeast coast is where Napoleon landed his troops in 1798. The large tranquil bay is dotted with the typical Maltese fishing boats. Painted in bright colours with the Eye of Horus on the bow to ward off bad luck, the design has changed little in centuries. So many people are now drawn to the traditional Sunday fish market held along the promenade that it has now grown into a full-blown open-air market, selling everything from fish to souvenirs.
To affect their eyes, 6-8 years time would die out. Daughters not replacing their mothers anymore. As they do the lace and they cut the linen up to shape.
Takali Craft Centre was formerly a World War II airfield, but is now a centre where Maltese craftsmen such as woodcarvers, metal workers, goldsmiths, filigree workers and glass blowers offer their work for sale.
We have the thick wire. And this we get it from Germany. Because we don't have it here. And this is some of the stuff we make here, look. Here we have a bracelet. The thick wire is the outer part. The thin wire is the inner part.
Christmas visit is a draw for thousands seeking Malta's mild winter climate. Many villages celebrate with a wonderful show of streetlights, and even individual houses fill their windows or open their front rooms for viewing their decorations. One local Christmas custom is the building of crypts. Individual homes compete to build the best nativity scenes. Rivalry is intense between the individual and each village. Competitors have been building and enlarging their scenes over many years, filling the garage in many instances. Small fees charged to view go to aid local charities. Something different amongst the usual lights and fireworks of a Christmas celebration. Malta continues to change, especially the tourist centres along the coastline, which are merging into one another. But the historic sites and the welcome from the Maltese is as good as ever. But it is Grand Harbour that for millions of seafarers and tourists alike remains a true, once seen never forgotten